I'm here with Jim Bishop, a new proud owner of a David Weekley home. How you doing, Jim?
Doing great.
Good to
doing
see you.
great.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
So, tell me, why did you choose David Weekley over other builders?
Really, Weekley's reputation. I mean, when you look at all the other builders that are around, Weekley has had a great reputation. It's been around for a number of years. When we stopped to look at the model, the energy efficiency within the model, what they showed us, and Weekley does a really nice job of showing you what they do behind the walls, basically, and up in the attic.
And one thing I found so impressive with David Weekley homes is that many people, they understand that codes change, but the energy codes change about every 3 years as well.
Okay.
So everybody's building them to minimum code. And David Weekley has gone so far above and beyond in so many different categories. I mean, they add extra insulation when they don't have
Yes.
to. They have a higher SEER rating when they don't have to. And the ventilation, because nowadays houses are sealed so tight to keep that air in, that you need that ventilation.
One of the things, too, with the insulation that Weekley does, it was different than the other builders we looked at. They use the Dow styrofoam.
And you don't get that with a used home.
And we looked at pre-owned houses that were 20, 25 years old.
Yeah.
And just thinking what we'd already done to the house that we just sold, it was made a lot more sense to go the Weekley route.
Well, you sound like a happy homeowner.
Yes, we're very happy. We're extremely happy.
Well, Jim, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I could not be more impressed with these David Weekley Energy Saver homes. And here's why. We're going to talk about 3 different categories real quick. Building structure, thermal envelope, and building shell. Let's talk about structure first. Most builders, most homes are built with 2x4 walls. You can see right here, you have 2x4 construction. David Weekley uses 2x6s. So you can imagine how much stronger this home is. It's got stronger bones, and you can feel that when you're in a David Weekley home. It gives you this much more space for insulation. So speaking of insulation, most builders, the code is R13 in this area. David Weekley, R19. So your house is going to be that much more protected from that hot sun in these Texas summers. There's no chemicals in this insulation. All right, so next let's talk about your thermal envelope. What's your thermal envelope? That's the part of your house where you're heating or cooling air. You're conditioning that air, and you want to keep that air in. You can see right here, they've foam sealed all these joints, even at the sill plate, even at the top plate, around the windows, and that's something that most people don't do. So that's going to make your house that much more airtight. So you're not paying to cool air, and it's raising and it's getting out all these little joints to the attic, inside the walls, and to the outside of the house. But sometimes a house can be so tight that you need proper ventilation. So how do they do that? Well, David Weekley has solved that problem. What they do is they have a fresh air intake. So you're bringing in fresh air from the outside and you're filtering it through your HVAC system. So you know you're going to have healthy, clean air. And you can also rest assured that not only is your air quality going to be better, but the materials of this home are going to be less conducive to mold. You can see right here in the bathrooms, they use cement backer instead of a paper backer. It's just one more thing that's going to be better. So let's talk about your building shell. That's the skin of your house. Think of it that way. We're trying to keep the weather out of your house. The most important thing with homes is keeping it watertight. It's heat versus moisture. So here's how David Weekley does it. Most people do a good job, right? That's minimum code. And there's a better way. There's different materials that you can use and methods of construction. David Weekley uses this exterior finishing system. So not only is it a moisture barrier and you have self-adhering tape to seal those joints to keep that moisture out, but it's also an R3 value. So remember, the minimum code for walls in this area is R13, right? David Weekley uses 2x6 studs, so you get R19. Then when you add this on, that's R22. So your house is that much more energy efficient. And the windows, so not only are they low E windows, so you're going to protect a lot of those UV rays from getting inside the house, because windows are the second largest area of heat gain in a Texas house. They're also vinyl frames. And they double seal these around the windows because windows are actually the largest area of water intrusion inside of a home. And then a lot of builders current day, they just build to minimum code. But a David Weekley Energy Saver home, as you can see, they go so far above and beyond the code, and it's going to pass that savings on to you, the homeowner. And of course, every David Weekley Energy Saver home is third-party verified.